at this time, and it was very, very emotional. 9:42. Let's get Adriana Cotero. We talk about people who have stepped up. Definitely, education has been something that a lot of people have been asking about. The decision came down that classes for the rest of the school year are canceled. Adriana, what we wanted to ask you about was I just got a call. DOE staff being told to go into work to prepare these. What is it, lesson plans, or is it something with distance learning? Can you just tell us, what do you know about that?
Yeah, good morning, guys.
Hi.
So when it comes to the distance learning, as far as I know, just in speaking with Superintendent John Fernandez, it is not graded, but the educators are providing weekly lesson plans on there. So in order for students to just use it as a way of enrichment purposes and continue to learn throughout, even though school's not in session and that the school year is canceled.
Is it an option, though, for teachers who, are they required to submit this or go into DOE and drop off all this information, or can they opt not to do it? Just curious.
I don't know the
how this
details
works
on that, but I do know that whenever they had mentioned the distance learning, they were saying that it was going to be a district-wide approach. So as far as I know, I don't think that it's all educators going in and as far as I know, I don't believe so, but I do know that they're providing lesson plans.
Right.
Well, there's a meeting today, though, right? There's a Guam Education Board meeting.
So,
do you know what's on the agenda?
So GDOE, just earlier this week, they announced that the superintendent made the announcement that they are ending the school year early, and that was effective immediately, and that was more and so in line with the fact that the lockdown was continuing until May 5th, and that there's been such an uptick in the more confirmed cases. So superintendent did make the call to end classes, cancel fourth quarter sports, and that's for the rest of the school year, which was calendared to officially end the 28th, but classes would have ended May 22nd. So whenever they're meeting today with the Guam Education Board, they'll be focusing in on discussions to suspend certain board policies that will go in line with ending the school year. So these policies are up for discussion, are mainly including grading. So this is the proposal that we have mentioned prior that GDOE came up with when it came to grading, which is giving any student giving all students across the board the third semester grade that they had, and then if they were failing a class, they get a 60%, and then if they were in AP classes, then they'll receive credit as well. So it'll be that 10%.
Okay, Adriana, I want to just jump over to private schools. A lot of people are so unhappy and complaining about this, having to pay tuition, private school tuition. I know you spoke with the Catholic school superintendent, Dr. Juan Flores, yesterday. What's the deal with that?
Yeah, so I did speak with Mr. Flores yesterday in regards to that, and I had asked him about that because I know that there have been many concerns just why they still do have to pay tuition, and he was saying that he believes that all the principals are being reasonable by means, and that people should contact them, and that they will take this into account, and that could mean postponing payment. However, as we know with private schools, there's 14 Catholic schools on the island, and they work independently. So there isn't any sort of protocol in regards to this across the board. Each school is handling it within their own payroll means, and within, they follow their own, even with classes, and right now in their distance learning, they have their own curriculum that they're following. So there isn't anything across the board, but he did say that to contact the principals. He said that anyone that is struggling financially to reach out to the principals immediately, especially if they need to postpone any payment. So if people are reaching out to the principals and the principals are not responding, then of course that is something else we do need to look into, and that then maybe that'll mean contacting all the different private schools.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I know you guys can't see I'm laughing here. I'm not trying to make fun of your situation, but I know a private school parent who's got a problem. They're paying the tuition, it's full tuition, and teachers just keep sending assignments, and now this parent is saying, hey, man, I'm paying all this tuition, and I'm basically a teacher now. So
Yeah.
There's got to be a I mean, they should do. If I'm the superintendent, if I'm running, I'm going to say, hey, let's do 50%. You know, because you're doing the work. We're just giving you the assignments. I mean, I don't know.
Right.
It's not a good. It's not a good look that the church is asking people to pay full tuition. I know that they can do the payment plans or anything, but you know, everybody else on this island is deferring things.
Mm-hmm. No, I understand, and that was another question that I did bring up to him. Also, is that their parents may not be home to help their kids out during this time. There are first responders, there are frontline workers, and even so, even if parents are home, are they supposed to start homeschooling? So
that's essentially what they're being asked to do. Is they're sending, you know, about a Bible high stack of homework and assignments. Meanwhile, mom and dad, maybe they're working in an essential business, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe they're a nurse, a doctor, a frontline, a responder. They come home, they're just dealing with everything that's going on, and then, you know, Junior got, you know, 5 hours worth of homework. I mean, it is what it is, and I know we always talk about putting the onus on the parents, but this is a new world we're living in right now.
It is. It definitely is. So whenever I did bring that up to Dr. Flores, he said that he encourages the students to reach out to their teachers for help. But, of course, if parents aren't, I mean, how are you going to have a child reach out whenever they could be doing something else on their phone or something during the day, right?
Right.
So that's what he said, to reach out to the different teachers if they have any questions. But he also did say that as far as he knows, that the teachers are aware that they're not sitting at a desk for 45 minutes, or, you know, and they're not there present, and they're doing online schoolwork. So they're taking that into account, is what he had told me.
Right.
But
my thing is, though, you know, my son does go to a Catholic school, and I have been trying to work with the school. I work 12 hours a day, and when I get home, I have to decontaminate myself, and then I have to but I have to help him with his homework from 6 feet away, which is kind of, you know, difficult to do. Especially when
is he in danger of like flunking because, you know, you got to like juggle this huge everything that you got going on? I mean, are they still holding that standard that, hey, if you don't turn in this, you know, again, like I said, Bible high stack of homework, you know, sorry, you're gonna have to repeat the grade.
I don't know if he's in danger of flunking. I'm scared that he might flunk, but you know, I shouldn't have to worry about that. But you know, I'm trying my best to keep up with his homework and turning in what he has to be turned in, you know, art projects and things like that. I got to do all that. Yeah. And I'm trying, and I applaud the teachers that they're sending out the lessons plans, and you know, I just can't participate sometimes in Zoom when I'm working. But
wow.
You know,
they got a Zoom.
But kudos to them, but there are other people that are, you know, that are questioning why do we have to continue paying, whether it's a reduced rate or any kind of rate, when they're not going to school. But I
expect more compassion from the church. You know what I mean? They're I mean, it's Holy Week, man. Why are we talking about this? They should have the compassion. And I mean, I know they got the memo. We're forced to this position where you know, we're doing the virtual masses, and everybody. I know they know, and I think if we keep talking about this, I think what it's going to happen is it's going to force their hand. And so let's keep talking about this, and then maybe we could get some kind of reaction, some kind of deferral. Adriana, I know there's other things you're working on today. Quickly, you want to bring us up to speed on those?
Yeah, so I'm definitely going to be covering the Guam Education Board, but real quick, if I could just mention, as far as the Catholic schools goes, real quick, as far as I know too, grading has not changed. Just so we are clear, when it comes, like, students are going to be receiving report cards. So
you hear that, Bree?
So grading, yeah. So whenever I did ask that question, he said, there is no change as far as I know with the grading policy. And you know, that also brings another aspect to look at, is that, you know, now students are being told to take these classes online, and that's not always easy for some people. I even remember myself in college struggling at times, just getting distracted and having to take courses online. So I really do feel for some of these younger kids that are being told that they have to do that now.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, for anybody who wants to watch her interview, you can watch it now on our YouTube channel. It's also posted on our Facebook page, her interview with also John Fernandez from earlier this week, and her interview with Juan Flores. Thank you. And
we also had the Harvest Christian Academy as well on there.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Adriana, thank you so much.
Yeah, you too. You guys Bye.
Bye.
Be safe. Miss you.
I know.
Bye. Miss you.
I miss you guys. I was thinking this morning, I miss you guys. I don't know if I ever got to tell you, Adriana, but I enjoy working with you.
Aw.
You know, and, yeah.
Our
This isn't
bubbly
goodbye.
personality.
It's not goodbye.
I know.
Shut
Shut up.
Segment. I was in tears yesterday morning watching.
Yeah.
that mother.
Well, yeah,
Oh
you weren't
my
the only
goodness.
one.
I know.
Okay, thank you.
But I do miss you guys. All
Miss
right.
you.
Bye.
Okay, air hug, right on. Wash your hands. 9:53. We're going to take a break, and we're going to come back and close out the show with some meditation. I think we all need it. I think we over need it. So we're going to check out Claire Calvo with Synergy and close this Containing COVID broadcast with a little bit of peace of mind, hopefully. Good morning.
Sure to check out